Hello, this is FG back with you for Anbennar. Today we are picking up with the campaign. As I mentioned last episode, the game crashed, so unfortunately, this is what we got. Wow, that's quite a migration. Well, I guess we are going to have to roll back further and see if we cannot get the game working. Alright, we are going to try this one more time. See if we cannot get everything working correctly. Ooh, they are right on the border this time. Yeah, throw defensive edict down. That's going to slow them down a lot. Autonomy change, dev cost. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I'd rather lose that province than one of my actual forts. There's my money. Excellent. Tech. Alright. Sure, you can use my land. We need an actual competent general. What's the infantry looking like these days? Still super shock focused. And this can also get a defensive edict. Because I want them to suffer sieging that province. Send one here to get that province colonized. Alright. This is the combat army. So we will use them to go fight right there. We do need to develop these a little bit more. Alkandar, that's fine. No, I do not want to deal with that. That army should have retreated. I saw that they could retreat. Defensive edict here. Army professionalism is wonderful. They got off my fort, which is good. Alright. Good news. good news, everybody. What are casualties looking like? Not great, is the answer. It's the main problem. Our enemies, bit of discipline. That's fine. Those forts exist, so we don't lose our actual good forts. Sword wing grafts, hurrah! Alright. Artificers. Spark drive rifle. That's good. That's a better combat general. This guy's just alright. Yes. Yeah, do this. I'm gonna take the brass dragon and the brass dragon and it's good with me. I really don't want that fort to fall, like, really badly. Don't know if those are mercenaries or not. Gonna have to slacken recruitment standards again. Plutocratic ideas. We need quality. No. Trail of Armies is good. Infantry combat ability should help out a bit. Usavar has more men than I have sense. I would have thought all it took was a little bit of infantry combat ability to fucking massacre these bitches. This one needs the general more right now. Alright, these have defensiveness edicts up. Means that they will be safer. I'm gonna go stack like them. Excellent. Alright. Should I put a kobold trap? Switch up. They can take the army. Alright, Crothan. They don't want out. They do want out. What we want is something like that. Alright, Crothan. They want out. Smart choice. No debate. Inquisitor. Stability. Yeah, manpower recovery speed. Solar probably has better things to be doing, but it's fine. It's all fine. No, I want that for my 5% infantry combat ability. My tiny little draconic supermen. Alright, Compendium of Dragons. To Tachyon, our father, we create this tome as an offering. We have found rumors of your life and your existence elsewhere. Yet rarely do we locate anything tangible. You, though, are a dragon of scholarship. Perhaps by engaging in scholarship of our own, we might divide what we know about you into truths and fictions. We have worked diligently over the last 30 years to catalog, collect, and categorize every scrap of information about the dragons. We work not only with kobolds, but also with gnomes, who seem to be your favorite subject, alongside every traveler we can find who knew anything about the Draconic. Together, we have created the Compendium, a list of every dragon known to Canor, recorded alongside every trait known for each of them. You, Tachyon, take center stage on the altar of our learning. If we have made any mistakes or misrepresented you in any way, please feel free to write and send any corrections you wish. It isn't right. They blinded themselves. Zerzumex passes the compendium to his Gomo co-conspirator. They spent 30 years on this, and knew who knows how many crowns. They compiled every damn story about dragons in the world, and they just lied. They misrepresented everything just to seem more appealing. They contorted the truth to reach the dragons. They can't even help themselves. They're too stuck in their own worship to see the theory of everything, to see what ascension could mean. To see... Yes, I see, said the scaled gnome, flipping through the compendium with amusement. Her arm, once only a stump, had been regrown into a shape much more like a kobold's by Zerzumex, who promised her a furtherance of the thought through biomodification. You've been predicting this for as long as I've known you. Are you going to do anything? Zerzumex snarls, then looks out at the door towards the deserts of Haraf. I'll show them, he says, after a suitably dramatic pause. We'll show them what ascension really means. The cult of Zerzumex takes shape. We will do... Which one of these do I like? I guess we can do the Burlites. Towards Draconic Ascension. Yeah, we'll do the Burlites. Draconic Ascension is the goal. Alright. The Dragon Priest looks down at her arm, clenching and unclenching the muscles with bliss, before punching the wall with all the force she can muster. She howls in cathartic pain, and blood begins pouring. But so too do the bricks give way, having been fully displaced by the kobold with the strength of a drake. She pulls back. Then, with rage and readiness in her eyes, she jumps out of the gap in the stone she created. Stretching out her raw, fleshy wings, she glides out of the tower and onto the ground. Up here she was free, beyond the reach of the Helani, who saw kobolds as mere beasts to be tamed. Glancing at her now bulging frame, she realizes the outsiders could no longer control her, no matter what they tried. It really works, said the artificer, having watched from the other side of the tower. It really truly worked. It did indeed, said the companion, imagining the cost of the damages. Now we have to make it scalable. Alright, so that is Draconic Ascension. Alright. We will go down there fairly soon. Oh, sorry, I accidentally cut my monitor off trying to hit another button. Alright. Back. Okay. Damn. It's annoying. Accommodation with natives. Okay. We lost our claims. That's fine. These guys colonizing? Stupid question. Of course they're not. What about them? Do they even have anything? Yeah, they do have provinces to colonize. I wish they would. You know, you guys can just be passive. Game crashed again. Damn it. Alright, let's try this again. Which general? One of the generals I was using. Continuing with dragons, Grillites. Take this one. Alright. Alright, that is another one done. Let's send one right here. Get better cannons. Large cast iron cannons. More money is always good. Jesus Christ, how developed are these provinces? If I take this... it's better. Alright.